I'm Nick Gale, 890 WLS News.
.807. I've known Tony Ocean for a very long time. He'll say 2 weeks. I've known him for a very long time. And we've done appearances together and seen each other many times, here and there and around. But, I mean, if you ever want to have a good time.
You got to go.
Yeah. It's just always great, always entertaining, and no exception to what's coming to the Vixen Theater. We'll get the plug in here in a second. But first, good to see you, Tony. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Steve. I'm glad to be here with part of Ocean's Rat Pack, our brand new show, and my good buddy Bill Serritella next to us and Jerry Jam. So it's great, man. It's nice that we're still doing these songs and we're still working, 5 nights a week, and people are still coming out, which is very important. It's good.
You're beloved. You know that.
Well, I don't know about that. I think people are just collecting money. But anyway, no, I just think people they want to come back out again after being locked up for a while. So
people want to be entertained.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. What were you like during quarantine? Were you just singing around the house?
No. You know what? We were down maybe 2 weeks.
Oh, that's it.
And then everything else opened. There's certain Italian restaurants, Steve, that never closed.
Of course.
Right, but we can't talk about those now.
Yes,
The list will be available after
There
the
was
show.
a secret entrance in the back.
And then we were in Florida. They were open.
Oh, yeah,
And Wisconsin was open.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, John DeCosta and I were talking about it, stand-ups. We were doing Zoom shows. Mm-hmm. And you're telling jokes by Zoom to people in boxes and waiting for them to laugh. It's a little weird. But you guys, I bet you killed it, even for the 2 weeks.
We had a good time, and
Did you end up doing any of those Zoom shows? Did you ever do a drive-in show where people are in the cars?
We've done drive-in shows. We've done parking lot shows.
Do you know about the drive-in shows?
I love the drive-in show because if you can't get to the show,
the people can't applaud, so they honk their horns.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't still do them.
No, we did driveway shows where they were actually in their driveway sitting. We were at the end of the driveway.
The driveway show's the best.
Crazy, yeah. It's like the old movies, drive-in theaters.
Yeah.
Well, we did a drive-in show. Remember one time? Everybody's parked out in the lot, and they had some kind of Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they flip the lights on and off.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, so talk to me for a second here about this show. Vixen Theater, plug it.
Okay, we got a few of them, folks. We started off, of course, back at Piper's Alley. I think that's where I first met Steve.
Yeah.
Produced by Ron Onesti. And then we got a new cast with me. I met my good friend, Mr. Bill Serritella, originally from Chicago and now from Bristol, Wisconsin. Elliot Wimbush plays Sammy, and we've just been crazy. So February 13th will be at Rock N Ravioli in St. Charles. That's the Ron Onesti's new venture.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
14th will be at the Vixen Theater in McHenry. The 24th will be at Pier 290 in Lake Geneva. We'll be at the Carnival on March 20th and the Jacob Henry Mansion. But we'll be in Nebraska. We are traveling everywhere, and it's
you guys are busy.
Just a good time, right, Billy?
You betcha. Yeah. You betcha.
Speaking of that, Bill, the Nebraskans get the Rat Pack? Do they get it?
Oh, they don't have much there, Steve. So it's.
What's a shame?
They love it. We did it last year. It was a packed house. We had 2 shows.
A lot of excitement, huh? To Nebraska.
We got 2 coming up. So
yeah, March 1st and March 2nd. What I like about when you go to these little towns, we did Minnesota. You go to these little places. They're not. Some places don't like we do. Like next weekend, I'm in Louisiana. You ever think that they would like our, but they don't get to see it.
Right.
So it's something new that they can get.
This is on their calendar. This is what they're looking forward to, seeing you guys.
Completely different, yeah.
Now, you've been doing this forever, Tony. Smallest gig you ever played. I was talking to Lewis Black about this earlier this week. I walked into a place called Moonlighting, and we're doing stand-up, and there was a blizzard. There were 4 people there, and the club owner said, you want to get paid to do the show? And I went down and sat with the 4 people. We had dinner, and I entertained them.
Love Lewis Black.
You must have had some of those shows.
I can't remember the smallest one, but there is. When we first started, there are places like that.
And there's certain club owners where they go, you're doing a show. You don't question it.
No, not especially the ones I worked for.
You do the show.
Yeah.
All right. What are you going to do first?
Well, Bill Serritella, who plays Mr. Frank Sinatra, Elliot Wimbush plays Sammy. He couldn't make it, and I play the Dean part. So Bill's going to start us off with a little "Fly Me to the Moon" from Bill Serritella.
One of my favorites.
How great is that for a Friday?
One of my favorites.
I'm
That
so
is
happy right now.
fantastic. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's going to do a good job, Frank, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
yeah.
That's right, Dean.
You got no booze?
I'm going to do my best.
All right, go ahead, Frank.
Here we go on WLS.
Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on a Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me.
Oh, nice.
Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. This was the first song to go to the moon, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
The amazing thing is we could get a big band in the studio.
How do we get them all in here?
Yeah, it's something else. Dean, you all right? You need a freshener?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just mixing a salad over
Got it.
here. That's good. I'll be good.
Got it.
Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
How good is that?
Thank you.
Thank you. Bravo.
You sounded great, Frank.
Thanks there,
Wow.
Dean.
We
I
just-
appreciate it, pal.
We just ran some tests. The room got 75% cooler.
It sure
right there.
did.
Yeah,
That's right.
Absolutely.
So cool.
So great.
Wow.
So great. Dean, it's going to be important for you to write this down so you know to show up.
Yes.
It's the Rat Pack. It's the Ocean's Rat Pack. A big Valentine's Day week ahead. We mentioned the show on the 13th, but don't forget the 14th at the Vixen in McHenry.
McKenna, we played the venue. Very great venue. We've been there a few times. We sold out 3 shows there for Christmas. So we just have a lot of fun. And if you're going to come out and see the show, folks, it's not just the songs of Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Sammy. It's the actually dialogue that they did.
Sure.
We tried to change a
That's
little
great.
bit because of the times.
Right.
But we have to change a little
Yeah.
bit.
A lot of stuff we can't do.
A little bit, but we...
Some of the Sammy Davis Jr. awards have changed.
Yes, we can't do that. We can't. There's a
That's
few that we
exactly
still
right.
throw out there that could be right on the borderline, but it's we tell people in front, taking you back to that time, and let's just have a little
That's
fun. And the
great.
people seem to enjoy it.
It's so
that's
great. And
good.
are you up there in your martini glasses? Is it water or is it a real martini?
It depends on where you're at. Some places don't let you have real alcohol, and some places do. Casinos, you can't have real alcohol. But anywhere else, we do have a bottle of Jack, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So it's good.
And they sell it in the gift shop.
Yeah, they sell them. We've been drinking Jack so long, we knew him, and his name was John. Yes. we're going way back.
TonyOceanMusic.com is a great place to follow all of what you do, right?
Also, yes, and oceansratpack.com, too, can give you all the information on all our dates.
Going to sing again for us when we come back?
Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
we'll come back and hear a little more. It just says no time.
Please.
If you look back at the Rat Pack era, right, and you look at those guys, just in that scant few years, everybody talks about the Beatles, 5 magical years. You look at the Rat Pack, there's nobody cooler. There was
Nobody
no
cooler.
cooler time than the Rat Pack years.
And there's no one that can compare to him to today.
It's amazing. And Mr.
Amazing.
S, I'd say this even if you didn't have me whacked. You sounded fantastic.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
See that? See that? Oh, he was nice. But you know what? Think about it. Back then, the men wanted to hang with him,
Yep.
and the girls
Yeah.
wanted to be with him.
That's right.
100%.
You couldn't, and they all highlighted themselves, which was the best part. They everybody got the spotlight. You know what I mean? Even in Las Vegas, they'd say Frank Sinatra live, maybe Dean, maybe Frank.
Yeah.
Because you never know who would show up at
would
the
pop
end of
in.
the shows.
Yeah,
And
sure.
that's what we do too. And I think that's very important. I think we need to bring that back again.
Yeah, I'll tell you,
Absolutely.
we could use a little unity and we can all agree.
Yeah.
Tony Ocean and Ocean's Rat Pack, right? Ocean'sRatPack.com?
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks. I like how
Or
we covered me.
TonyOceanMusic.com.
Both
That
of
too.
those.
Okay.
Both
Either
of those.
way.
Both of those.
Ocean's Rat Pack. Can't go wrong.
All right, there you go. All right, we'll come back, do more in a second. Ocean is here.
Oh,
Clooney send you a check?
Send us a check. No, we like cash. Yeah, I'm tell you, we haven't been up this early since court.
All right, tell everybody about this show again. You're Dean Martin.
Yeah, Ocean's Rat Pack. I'm Tony Ocean. I play Dean Martin, and Bill Serritella plays Mr. Frank Sinatra, who's in the studio with us, and Elliot Wimbush plays Sammy Davis, and of course he couldn't be here today. And we got a big show coming up, Rock N Ravioli on February 13th in St. Charles, and the Vixen Theater in McHenry, and Pier 290 in lovely Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And here in the city, folks, March 20th will be at the Carnival on March 20th.
That's a fun place.
Yeah, how you stay young
really
and just
nice.
keep moving. Keep moving and grooving and shaking. I love it.
Moving target. Yeah,
got
Mr. S would tell you about that.
Do you guys do supper clubs ever up there in Wisconsin?
Oh, we do. We try to do as many as we can up there. We love it, man. It's beautiful up there,
awesome.
those supper clubs. That's what they want.
All right, so what else are we going to get out of you this morning?
Well, I'm going to sing a song that Dean did in a movie called Ocean's 11.
Yeah, the original Ocean's
The
11.
original one.
What's the song?
It's called Ain't That a Kick in the Head.
Oh, boy.
That's fantastic. And the good news for you guys is Jane will kick me in the head during this song.
I probably will, yes.
Let's try it.
Whenever you're ready, Dino, here we go on WLS.
Oh, yeah. Oh, how lucky one got there. Oh, I kissed her and she kissed me. Like a fellow once said, ain't that a kick in the head? Yeah, the room was completely black. Oh, I hugged her and she hugged back. Like a fellow said, no, ain't that a hole in the bone? My hips keep swinging. We go to sleep, we keep spinning. If it's just to be beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful, sunshine enough to spread. Just like the fella said, tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head. All right, like a fellow once said, ain't that a kick in the head? Oh, yeah. Like a fella said, no, ain't that a hole in the bone? Our hips keep swinging. We go to sleep, we keep drinking. If it's just to be beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. She's telling me we'll be wed. She picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better. I'd be sick. Tell me quick. Oh, love and a kick. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you.
Amazing.
I am never not amazed when
Wow.
anybody who sings for a living comes in and does what you two did this morning.
At 8 a.m.
At 8 in the morning.
Really great. Wow.
Yeah, and they'll sleep when they're dead. That's their next door.
Yeah, they don't sleep ever.
When
It's
old
okay.
musicians never die, we just go from bar to bar.
That's right.
Hey, we should talk about our Nashville thing, shouldn't we?
What's your Nashville
Oh, yeah,
thing?
we just won the Josie Awards. The Josie Awards is the #1 independent music award show
Wow.
at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville.
Amazing.
It
It's
was
been going
wonderful.
on we won
That's
it
great.
last year for the best tribute artist, and standing on the stage at the Grand Ole Opry,
man.
Oh, my
really, really
gosh.
cool.
And
And
it's-
it was not. I mean, and I think our friend also the one for Cher. She won for solo, but it was very, very
That's
cool.
very
Saving that
cool.
for last. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was very, very cool.
Oh.
And to be out there, it's
Yeah, it was an amazing experience.
yeah.
And you guys were questioning me about Usher at the Super Bowl. Oceans had a gig. They turned down the Super Bowl.
Oh, they turned. They
That's
said.
one of the reasons Usher's
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, they were the first people. They turned it down. They're busy.
We had another commitment. Steve, you remember the years at Jilly's?
Oh, of course.
God, I was there for 15
I
years.
love Chili's.
I was there every Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
No
and
kidding.
We used to love those.
Yeah.
And one of the great Frank stories of all time, and it actually happened at Chili's, because Frank loves Chicago.
Yeah.
Loves Chicago. But comes out and somebody's calling him a cab, or maybe it was the doorman there, and says, you know, Mr. S, I got to ask you, what's the biggest tip, you ever gave somebody? Or no, I'm sorry, Frank asked the guy, what's the biggest tip you ever got? And the guy goes, well, I got $100 once. So Frank peels off $200 bills and gives it to him. Mm-hmm. And just as Frank's getting in the car, he goes, I got to know, who gave you the hundo? Because he's feeling pretty good about his 200. Yeah. He goes, it was you, Mr. S.
Nice.
So tremendous.
There were some great stories with that. Even the one with Don Rickles. He was good friends. I opened for Don and Rat Pack
Sure,
did too.
He's a buddy.
And he goes, Frank, I want to impress a girl. So can you come to the table? He goes, no problem. Okay. So he's talking, and Frank taps him on the shoulder, and he ignores him. And he keeps tapping him. And he goes, Frank, would you please leave me alone? Can't you see I'm with this girl here? And
I'm trying to make some time with the girl.
Yeah, Frank just lost it. You know what I mean?
It's tremendous.
Unbelievable.
Frank had people killed for less.
There you go.
Thank you, guys.
OceansRatPack.com. See them wherever you can. Boys, thank you for getting up.
You know what? Thank you for entertaining us here this morning. But thank you for doing the work you do, because we will always be entertained if you keep working. So thank you. We'll be there.
Thank you guys very much.
Steve,
Nice to have you back.
Great to see you, buddy.
Thank you
and
very
frankly,
much.
it's a lot easier if you guys
Thanks,
are doing
Steve.
the work. We just show.